Hello there, YouTube. This is the Rogue Gem Player, and this is the my personal version of DDDs. You will see there is no Decode Talker in here, mainly because I'm really not a big fan of the card in a deck like this, just because of the amount of resources. Yes, there's many combos you can play in it, but until we get either Needle Fiber or some Link monster that's a Link to, I'm really not that confident in saying that Link monsters are okay for this archetype. You can if you want, but that's just my personal preference. So this is my personal build. So we're going to start with the 3 copies of Ragnarok because he's the best Pendulum monster in my opinion in the entire archetype because it's a monster reborn for anything in the archetype when it's in the scale, and it's a monster reborn for the triple D monsters when it is normal or special summon, and it also has a banish effect if people didn't know. So. And it's good for your rank 8 plays. We then play 3 Thomas. You can play 2, 1, or even none of this card. It's completely up to you, because the only reason you're really using this is to get your scales back for more plays or for rank 8s, which is kind of the reason why you play this, because it's a level 8 for the trade-in, while at the same time you can use it for rank 8s for like Kali Yuga, which is really good in this deck. So. We then go into the 3 couplers because we need to get to our dark contracts by any means necessary, and this is the best and only way to really get to them in this deck outside of drawing into it through the many draw cards we have, and that's pretty much how it works. So, other than that, he really doesn't do a heck of a lot, and that's mainly because he doesn't really do anything besides basically be a search. 3 Copernicus because it puts particular pieces in the graveyard for plays, whether it's putting a Lamia in the graveyard, a Necroslime, or even a Ghost for more stuff. 1 Newton because you can discard it to get any Dark Contract or DD card to your hand, which is really cool because it allows you to put like Swirl Slime back in your hand. The 1 Orthos because it deals with back row, and you can use Thomas to put it back in your hand if you need to. For the effect monsters, because we're done with the pendulums, 3 copies of Swirl Slime. You should always play 3 of this card. It is a polymerization that uses materials in your hand, and it also special summons a monster from your hand when you banish this card from your graveyard. It's that good. His partner in crime, 3 copies of Necroslime. This basically makes it so you can access more fusions than just the initial Swirl Slime. There are a few occasions where you don't actually want to activate this card right away. I kind of wish that the High Flame King Genghis was out, because you can use this with the Thomas if you discard it with like Trade-In or something. But right now, all you can really make is Genghis or Diarch, and sometimes Beowulf. But that's kind of dependent on, the games of the game. 3 copies of Lamia because it's the best tuner in the entire deck. This is kind of the reason why Needle Fiber, Cursed on Needle Fiber, is really good, because it requires one of the materials to be a tuner, but it can also replace itself afterwards, which is okay. But this is like, it gets you to all of your synchros, gets you all of your plays, so you kind of need this card. The last monster is 2 copies of Ghost. This card's really neat because you can banish stuff. You can banish this card to add your banished stuff back to your graveyard by using it for like a fusion with Necroslime or something, or even just straight up banishing it for like Allure Darkness. So, and also it foolishes when it another copy of a card in the graveyard when it is sent there. So, and it's also a level 2 tuner. So, for spells, 3 copies of Gate because you kind of need it. Actually, you really do need it because it gets you to all of your other combo pieces, and you use it with Lamia to special it. So, 2 Swamp, you can play 1, but it is literally the only way to get to your big monster, which is effectively relinquished when it attacks. 3 Allure Darkness, because everything in here is dark, and you only really need 1 of any given combo piece at any given time. So, yeah. We then play 3 copies of Trade-In because we play enough level 8s, it's searchable, and because Ragnarok activates when it's special summoned, even if it's resurrected by like a Genghis, so you could use that, and Thomas is really good on the field, so you can bring it back with Genghis as well to blow up scales for plays. One Foolish, one 1-for-1, one Burial from Different Dimension, and one copy of DDD Human Resources. I'm not playing Desires in this deck. I'm having problems with the card, superstition-wise. I'm having really bad luck with the card, so I've actually stopped playing it. So, for the extra deck, 3 copies of Flame King Genghis. High Flame King Genghis better get his butt into the game, or at least the TCG, because it is so crucial to the deck now, it's not even funny. So, 2 Oracle King D-Arc. This is good against Tricksters, by the way. In case you didn't know, if you just play this and your opponent has no way of getting rid of it, they effectively can't kill you. They are actually helping you, and because, to my understanding, all the Trickster effects are mandatory when they do the burn. So, pretty cool. I'm not too sure about that, by the way. 1 Beowulf, because this is the last quote-unquote card Necroslime has access to, and the fact that it is a heavy storm during your standby phase, and it's 3k, it's level 8, and it does piercing, is really good. 1 copy of a Wave Oblivion King Caesar Ragnarok. This is the card you summon off the Swamp King, by the way. It's the only way to summon it. It's a relinquish when it attacks if you have a DD or Dark Contract card on the field that is able to be bounced back to your hand. And then it gains attack and all that. And it's really cool because the ability to steal monsters can win games. And can actually end games. For the extra deck, we're playing 1 Gust King Alexander, 1 Odd-Eyes Meteor Burst, because you use the Alexander to Synchro Ladder effectively, and use Meteor Burst to summon Ragnarok from the scale, which activates its effect, so there's a good combo with that. For level 8s, Stardust, this could be a Crystal Wing. I just don't have it, but you could play other things like Stardust Spark. And then 1 copy of Curse King Siegfried, because its ability to negate face-up cards is pretty good. And then the last Synchro is the level 10 Gust High King Alexander, because it is effectively another Genghis on normal or special summoned. And when you have 3 Triple D monsters, including itself, so you just have 2 others on the field, he goes to 6k, and that's really broken. And he's a generic level 10, so you can access it with quite easily. For the Exceed monsters, 1 High King Caesar, because it's a rank 6, you use 2 Genghises to make it, and it basically negates 2 special summon effects, or effects that would special summon twice, and even if they manage to kill this card, or if you use it for like a fusion or something, you can add a Dark Contract from your deck to your hand. The 1 Kaliuga, because can effectively end games quite seriously. The ability to just drop this and negate all effects, and it's 3,500, and it also has a Heavy Storm built into it, is that broken. And then the 1 copy of Super Doom King Armageddon, because of the ability to just make it, and being able to blow up like 1 or 2 cards every turn is pretty good. So that's the deck. I hope you'll enjoy. To be perfectly honest, this is kind of one of those decks that just needs that one or two cards to make the deck relevant, and then the problems it would be having would be pretty much gone. So I hope you'll enjoy. Leave a comment in the description, in the comment box below. Subscribe, rate the video, and tell me what you think about it. So, thank you very much for watching.